because I'm going to clip this out as a highlight and load it up to YouTube separately, because it is time for me to review this ROM hack. I'm now going to review Mother 2 DX. First, let me actually say the things that I like about it. I do like the fact that there is a separate menu for Jeff's tools, and I do like that key items also have their own separate menu so they don't clutter up your inventory. I think it's a nice thing that the game should have, and I think all versions of the game should have it. I like the fact that they kept the maternal bound redux thing of having each enemy have its own sprite instead of just generic ones for each thing. And I do like the extra stuff that was added. I mean, a lot of it is really annoying, but I do like the throwbacks to the other Mother games. Yes, the costumes were fun too. Those were nice. That being said, I don't understand why you would make a hack this difficult other than some kind of self-satisfaction that, you know what it reminds me of? I'm gonna coin a phrase. You know those people who, when they announced on Dark Souls that they were gonna add like an easy mode, they all got fucking upset and pissed off about it? That's what this kind of thing reminds me of. I'm gonna call those people dark holes from now on. I'm going to coin a phrase, and I hope it catches on. This to me strikes as something that people make just to make something sadistically difficult and get some weird self-satisfaction out of beating it. The reason why I say this is because they have casual mode that only has the post-game stuff and doesn't have any of the extra stuff, and they call it casual mode, almost like it's insulting. I don't know why you would ever... I can understand for bosses having them go twice in a row. That's fine. They're bosses. It's really stupid and annoying, but, you know, fine. It's bosses. Why would you have regular fucking enemies do that in the second half of the game? All that does is draw the battles out and make them take an even longer time. Yeah, I understand it's for difficulty, and I can hear people saying, oh, you know, you should just get better. You don't use your shields as often. You don't do this. And you know what? They're right. I don't. But I don't get why it's so fucking difficult. It's really unnecessary. And the fact that there's another difficulty above this one called Insane, that, if you derive enjoyment out of playing it, fine. I'm glad you do. I do not. I will never ever play this hack again. And I was thinking about trying it on casual mode, but you know what? I'm not. I'm going to stick with the maternal bound redux hack that I enjoy, and I am never going to turn this game on again. It is fucking bullshit. And sure, another thing that I know people will probably say, oh, you know, you might not have the latest version. Well, you know what? Having the latest version, that's not going to change the fact that enemies attack twice in a row and the difficulty being jacked up the way it is. I doubt anything is going to change that. The only thing that's going to change is any bug fixes, which, by the way, that fucking bug that was in the game where I couldn't teleport, that was a problem. That was a major problem. That almost made me have to stop the game right then and there. Luckily, what's-his-name was able to tell me to go back to where to where it was and redo it again, so that way the glitch would fix itself. And lastly, what I want to get into is, I know this is going to sound over dramatic, yes, and I know there's other things to be worried about than something like this, but you know what? I love Earthbound. It is my favorite game of all time, and this came very close to taking that away from me. I know that sounds dumb, and I know that sounds over dramatic, but I don't give a shit. That's how I feel. This game almost made me hate Mother 2. And that is a main reason why fuck this game. If you enjoy it, I'm glad you do. I'm not the kind of person who's going to say like, oh, you're stupid for liking this game. No, if you like it, I'm sure you have fun. I'm sure you also have fun punching yourself in the balls. Whatever makes you happy. It's not for me. And like I said, I will never, ever pick up this game again. See, I would like if they took this stuff, like not the bonus dungeons. I couldn't give less of a shit about those. Those weren't even that special. But if there was stuff like the costumes, the special items and Jeff's tools being in separate menus, and put that into the Maternal Bound Redux hack, that would be awesome. That would be amazing. And that's probably what casual mode is. But, if I'm gonna do that, why would I even bother playing this in the first place? If I'm just gonna play casual mode without any of the extra deluxe stuff, why even turn this on? The whole point of playing the deluxe hack is because you want to play the extra shit. But the extra shit is so fucking difficult that it's not fun. And that's really what it boils down to. If you want a TLDR of this review, this game is not fun. And like Reggie Fils-Aimé said, if the game's not fun, why do you even bother? Yeah, I think this is the angriest I've ever been at a game I've ever played on this show. And if you're wondering why I call it a show in the first place, it is a show. I am trying to entertain you people. That is the sole purpose of me doing this, to entertain you. If you find it entertaining, great. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, thanks a fucking pant load.